Hi everyone!
Hi guys!
So we are finally here to talk about our experience at the music Enkor presents Amoeba Culture concert in Atlanta.
Yeah!
We vlogged, but looking back on the videos, I realized that our vlog wasn't really a full vlog, so we're going to talk about it and we're going to insert the clips as we go along. And speaking of the clips, just excuse like a lot of the screaming and other those things because y'all know we don't fan cam, and since we were front row, like I just didn't realize how much I was screaming and how bad of singing I was doing, like when the whole thing was taking place. So just kind of disregard those things.
Yeah.
Since it was in Atlanta, it was at Wild Bill's, which is one of the biggest clubs in Atlanta. So Wild Bill's from where we live is like 50 minutes away. I just loved it being in Georgia because like you just got to like get ready and then like
felt so freeing to not have to like, okay, but we got to make this flight, but then we got to be at our hotel by this time, but then what if we can't get a room, but check-in's not till 3:30, but then we got to get ready in the bathroom, and then we got to get our room, and then we got to find a cab, and then get to the venue, and then get in line.
Exactly. It wasn't like standing in line for like 6 hours. Like you could actually dress cute and how you wanted to if you were just going to a concert at like the Phillips Arena.
So we get to Wild Bill's. We met up with the Tall Gaga girls. It was so good to see them again, finally.
Yeah.
So as we're waiting, we can hear them rehearsing inside, and all of a sudden you hear Zion.T singing two melodies. And like literally you can hear everything. Crispy. Because we're in a vestibule, so it's like echoing out. And then I look over, and this chick starts crying. Like, God. I was like, are you crying?
I think it's just because Two Melodies is like literally my favorite song, and then realizing like
it
okay,
hit you.
yeah, like we're this close, like they're actually right there. Like if I literally opened this door, I could see them. Like, and then it was really funny because this girl came up to us. She was like, "Oh, hi, I love you guys. I watch your videos." And she like was talking to us, and she was like,
"Wait, are you crying?"
I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh no." She's like, "This is the worst time ever. I'm so sorry." I was like, "No, it's okay." But it's kind of good because I feel like if she didn't come,
snapped you out
like
of
she
it.
snapped me back out of it because I would have kept crying and crying and crying. But girl, you snapped me out of it, and I didn't cry for the rest of the night because that was like my one.
Yeah.
Once I cry once, I can't cry again. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. They let in press first to get in the front, so like obviously you can experience and talk about whatever, or people writing blogs or taking pictures, those kinds of things. So like they opened the door and we just bum rushed in, and the guy didn't even check. He was
I
just
thought
like,
he was gonna say something too, because the way we walked in was kind of like we were almost sneaking in.
True, but I don't know if he was trying to check to see if we were above 18 or anything like that, because like if you were like over 21, I guess they gave you a wristband, which we didn't get. So you could like drink during or after the concert or whatever, but I didn't even care about that. I just like rushed in to get the front spot. And when I say front row, like this is a different level of front row because we were actually so close. I actually hit my head on the stage.
Like close enough to touch.
A few times, and especially since the stage was just a little bit taller than me, it was kind of like a crouch down. And there was like a sharp corner at the edge, like with tape on it. I was like, this is really dangerous and deadly.
Safe.
Yeah. As we were waiting and other people started coming in, like I just feel like our whole little section, our whole little area was on point because there were a lot of young, natural black women around us, and they were all on point, and we were all laughing and talking and having a good time.
Okay, so you probably can't see me, but we're in Wild Bill's, and what's up? Jasmine, wait, where'd she go? But yeah, there's some light. We're here. This is the stage. This is hi. We're still here.
Fade into the darkness.
You can't see us, but I'm here.
As we were waiting, we realized, we know it's a club, but they were like bumping. They were playing old school.
It was like old school 90s jam on the radio.
They were playing Salt and Pepper with the music video playing.
Roll a butt like that. Gonna get surprised with that shake shake movie. If looks could kill, you might be a movie or a shotgun thing. What's up with that thing? I wanna know, how does it hang? Straight up, wait up, hold up, Mr. Lover. You're a sexy mother. Girl, I love this song.
The concert started at 8:30 instead, and as we were waiting, we were like, it turned 8:30. We were like, ew, it hasn't started yet. But then all of a sudden, like, it literally started, and everyone lost their shit.
They said it was gonna start at 8:30, but it's past 8:30, so they lied. Woo! Oh no! Oh shit!
We weren't really sure who was gonna come out first. You know, it's that whole anticipation. You know, you're gonna see a bunch of people, and you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and to our pleasant surprise, it was DJ Freeze, which we never heard of him, but it was great having him because he kind of just like set the stage. He played like some like dubstep mixes and all this stuff, and everyone's getting hyped up.
You know how sometimes when you're in the front row and you can kind of see behind stage, like as the DJ was going, like there was this little sliver, and like you could see who was coming out, and we were all talking. We were like, "Is that Crush? Is that Crush?" I was like, "I think that's Crush," and I was like, "Okay, see his ears. That's definitely Crush." Exactly. I was like, that's definitely Crush.
Okay, so the DJ's going right now, but back there in that little corner, we can see who's back there, and I think that's fucking Crush and one of the dynamic duo guys, and I'm literally gonna shit myself, but, oh yeah, DJ Frizz!
So then the DJ set was over, and we're all like, okay, someone's gonna come out next, and it was Crush.
No! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
He looked so good.
He is so beautiful. Those lips. If he licked his lips or stuck his tongue out one more time, I was gonna lose my mind.
His lips were literally like pinkish red. Like if you looked closely, like, and they were so plump. Like they were actually like literally plump.
Like literally like the lips a woman wish they had. Wasn't ready for Crush. Crush killed it. He crushed it. Crushed it.
And there was like one point in time where he was talking, and in my head I was like, I just have to scream that I love you because I'll never get this chance again. So he was talking or whatever, and the crowd's silent because they're listening to him. I literally screeched. At the time I looked, Crush, I love you. And then he like
he looked down
and he giggled and he said it back. And I have it on video, but you can't hear him say it back because, of course, when I was like, Crush, I love you, he looked down and made eye contact with me, and I like lost. I was like, Ree! Because he made eye contact, and then he said it, and I'm like, Ree! and I just sound like a hot mess.
Did it sound?
Crush, I love you! Oh my god, he said it back!
I was looking at him, but then I was like hearing you, and you're like, and you're literally screeching like a barn owl. And I'm sure he was like, ooh.
And then I did the same to Zion.T.
Zion.T, I love you! He is too. He's like, bitch, I know.
But he just like looked like
He's like, huh.
he was like, huh.
And then the girl that was with the fine three naturals that were with us, she did a little louder, like she
did.
Screamed it,
and he was further away. He was
Yeah.
kind of further away, so like it literally, I feel like her "I love you" reverberated through like the whole thing. And I turned around, I was like, "That's my girl.
You
Like,
get it,
you
girl."
get yours. You get
And
yours."
she was the real MVP because she knew fluent Korean, and when they were speaking, she was telling me and her friend what they were saying.
Yeah,
and that was really helpful. So then I have a back screen with the names on them. So then the screen changes to Zion.T. And he comes out.
he like strolled out.
Floated on air.
Yeah.
Like, he was magical. When he came out, I literally lost my life. Like, tears were shed. The girl behind me was screaming her head off. I was screaming.
They did it so cute where like he did kind of the first verse and then they like stopped and like switched sides, and then he was like, okay, we're gonna do this one again. And then like the way it started and his snapping like the video, he looks like a literal angel.
He looks like a fucking angel. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Looks so unreal. Like, literally, I've never met someone that just doesn't look
like a real person.
Like a real person. Like, you can't be here right now.
Yeah.
You're not real.
His set goes on, and then all of a sudden there's like some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like if that could have happened to anyone, the last person it should have happened to was Zion.T, because he's very to himself and chill. He knew we don't speak Korean. I felt like he was really like nervous about that, because he even said it one time. He was like, even if you don't like understand, like you still like it, right? And we're all like, yes! So I feel like he was really kind of awkward about it.
Yeah.
He was like, is there a problem?
I'm here for Crush T! Crush T! Yeah! Oh, he said, is there a problem?
There is a problem.
Oh my god, he's so awkward.
And he like walked off. We were all like, no, come back. But then eventually he came back.
Another thing, I don't know if you probably did notice this, but I found like how we always say about Zion.T, like, he is serious about his shit.
He is.
He is an artist. And when him and Crush were doing Two Melodies and, like, they were switching back and forth, like, when Crush was singing, he was just, like, vibing hardcore. And I was just looking at him and I was like, I love you so much. He was just, like, feeling the music, and you could just tell how much he don't play about his shit. Like,
exactly, because Zion.T, like, he walked around a little bit, but he did, like, mostly kind of, like, stay in one spot. He never really came to the front until the end.
Yeah.
Like, he was very, like, this is my set. Like, this is my moment. This is my music. So then Zion.T is done with his set, and then Dynamic Duo comes out. And when I tell you they brought the house down, they brought the house down.
Dynamic Duo blew my mind. Like, they were the right choice to close it out, in my opinion, because they kept the momentum that had already built going, and then they built on it, and they had everyone, like, losing their minds.
Gecko.
Hallelujah.
Maybe it's just I never really noticed him before, but when I tell y'all that man is fine.
So fine.
He's like a cat daddy. Sexy, fantastic.
And he can
like,
sing and rap.
Exactly.
Like, what?
Like, there was actually, I feel really gross about this thinking back on it, but when he was standing over me at one point, like, his sweat was dripping. His sweat was dripping, and in my head, I was like, yes! I was like, let it drip. I was like, Courtney, what is wrong with you? But in the moment, I was just like, oh my God, yes!
But I even said that to the girl behind me. I was like, ooh, if that sweat drips on me, I will lick it off my hand. I swear to God, I will just, like, oh my God, he is so sexy.
And there was the cutest fanboy next to us. He was screeching the whole time and getting his life.
Yeah, he was hardcore for Dynamic Duo. But besides that, like Corey said, the entire time, like, I literally did not see him stop moving or singing. Like, he was literally in motion the entire time. And I'm looking at him thinking, my feet hurt so bad. And he is over there, like, he's singing every song. Like, he gave me a lot.
Choice threw me off because he was like really low-key sexy. Like, there was this one point in time where he did these penis pumps in front of my face, and I was like, I looked back at Jasmine like,
I wasn't ready for
Did
it.
you see that? That really happened?
It happened.
the finale's happening. Everyone's coming out. I guess they're doing like the company song or whatever. And then Crush all of a sudden like does like this straight line and hops, like literally kneels down right in front of me. And it's a shaky video, but like...
But it's a really good video.
Exactly, because I was filming with this hand, but my other hand was going to town.
Over.
I was on his legs, his thighs, his arms. I was like... oh my god, because he was like
literally right
there. I was like, Crush is right there. I kind of am mad at myself for not even realizing that Zion.T was right next to him. And like he, like as soon as I turned the camera, he had like this girl's hand and then he kissed it. The concert's over, and then afterwards it's meet and greet. We weren't sure if we were going to be able to go, but when the concert first ended, Jasmine was like, we should try to do meet and greet. And I don't know what happened in my head.
I think you were thinking you were thirsty.
I
because
was.
You were looking for a drink at that point.
I was so thirsty. I was like, no.
She's like, I'm going to go get a drink.
Met up with the Tall Golden Girls again. We were all dancing, having a good time. By the time I got my wristband about to get another drink, the line was pretty much like dead. Like if we could tell if we were going to be the last people up in there. So I was like, Jasmine, why don't we just try? Like you never know. So we get through and then we walk in and they're all just like standing there like taking pictures. They were doing groups of 10. I didn't even think we were gonna be able to go to meet and greet.
Yeah,
so just us walking
we
in,
mentally prepared to walk into a room and just see them standing there and us have to come like go to them.
I feel like it could have worked out in our disadvantage easily, but somehow this is how you know God is real.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God, like we got the cut off at the perfect time because we could have either been 1 and 2 and that would have been on the end, or we could have been 2 and 3 and that would have been right in front of Zion.T and Crush. And it just so happened.
And guess what? Who was
and she was like, you're 2 and you're 3. I was like, yes. Okay. We're about to walk up and they didn't say you can't hug them, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I honestly, like I said, I was so like weird in my head that I didn't even think about giving them a hug until I saw the girl in front of me.
And it set her off. And
yes.
It was like, well, if she can do it, then I got
because
this.
I was like, did she give them a hug? I was like, well, you bet your sweet hot tits I'm gonna do it too. So walk up and say like hi to Primary and Choice because they were like first 2, and then Zion.T was. I was like, I looked at. Well, he had his sunglasses on, so you couldn't really see anyways. But I was just like, oh my god, I love you so much. I was like, can I have a hug? And like my hands are shaking, and like I don't know how other people were giving hugs.
Her hands disappeared.
But my hands went around that waist, and I embraced him, and I was like, oh my god, I love you so much. But mind you, when I tell you that. I don't know. Maybe it's his clothes always probably made him seem a little bigger. Not that I thought he was like, oh yeah, do you fucking live?
When you see how skinny he is in person, he's literally like probably the skinniest person I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he was like so skinny. Like when I put my arms around him, I was like, ooh, don't disappear now.
You could have like wrapped your arms around him
like
and
twice.
you.
Exactly. He was so tiny. I was like, oh my god, I love you. And then like I said it again, and like he smiled in his braces. He was just like, he just looked at me. He was like, thank you. And then his braces, I was like, oh my god, you're so cute. And then Crush, I was like, I don't know why Crush felt some warmth. Maybe because it was that hoodie. But
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, Crush. I was like, I love you so much. And I gave him a hug. And then
we had to turn around real quick.
And okay, the reason why I say, like, that sounds like a lot of time.
It does,
but the only reason, okay, if we weren't where we were, we probably wouldn't have been able to do that because they were moving quick. Like, the only reason why I feel like we got to turn around and say the few words we did is because everyone else was filing in. There was the rest of our row filing in, and then the people in the front filing in, letting them get situated, and then turn around and 1, 2, 3,
and go.
Yeah, turn around and snap that picture.
By the time you hugged Crush and turned around, we were literally taking the picture. Like, you hugged him and then turned.
I don't know.
Because, like, now that you said all that, like, in length, and it does make it sound like we had so much time.
But that was literally probably
and then after you were like, Jasmine, why didn't you get a hug? And I was like, but I couldn't even, like, wrap my mind around trying to even, like, how do I go in for this?
When we left, like, I turned around and I said, I love you again, like, 3 more times. And I shook Crush's hand. He has the softest.
He's a soft, baby, soft butter hands.
Yeah. And then... And then Gecko was on the end. We went to shake Gecko's hand, and I don't know if he just had one of those guys that have that strong handshake.
That man handshake.
But he literally almost broke my hand.
Hurt.
Like, it's one of those hands when you go in like this and you leave like this.
He gave like a businessman, like, hard handshake, and I was like, ooh, like, okay, because Crush had them soft hands.
It was like Crush
but
was like,
he still had a grip.
And then Gecko was like,
I felt like I should have dapped him up or something.
Yeah, bruh. That whole meet and greet moment, it sounds like a long time, but it was probably 1 minute max 1 minute. Because even when we walked down the stairs and the girl was like, oh, because you had to have a wristband, like, that's why we didn't know if we were going to be able to go, because you literally had to have a VIP wristband to go through meet and greet. And the girl was like, do you have your wristband, because, like, so they could cut it and throw it away. I was like, oh no. And then I went to, like, just one, you know how when you do something and you just want one, like, last glance, like, I was just right there. I turned around and they were gone. Like,
we didn't even hear them.
We didn't even hear them leave.
I think because we were just so hyped up, because literally I could hear my heartbeat in my ears. Like, the girl that was behind me had to help me down the stairs because I was literally, like, my heart was palpitating. She was like, girl, let me help you. I said, girl, yeah. She was like, you know you need help down the stairs when you got heels on. I said, girl, I don't got heels on. I said, I don't got heels on. I'm just living. I said, my heart is about to beat out my chest.
Exactly. I've never been to a meet and greet before.
Right.
I don't know how those things work. I've never been to a high touch. I've never gotten to, like, talk to a K-pop idol or an artist, like, face to face. I've never gotten to
shake a hand.
Yeah. I've never been able to be in a situation to where we got hugged. So I don't even know how those things go. I don't know anything. Taking a picture to me was like, I was like, they taking pictures in there?
Yeah, like,
I was like, I thought it was just...
So wait, we're gonna have a picture of me standing next to Zion.T?
Exactly,
like, this is gonna exist?
I get to frame this, like, forever, because usually a high touch is a high touch. You get a high five and you keep going. And maybe if your friend was nice enough to record you doing that, that's your moment. But
exactly.
I didn't...
Or you do high touch with one hand.
Exactly. It just worked out perfectly because we were standing right in front of Zion.T and Crush. We got to say our 2-piece or whatever, and then we took the picture, and then we left. I was thinking we're going to go to the concert, and then we're going to go home.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking going to the concert and then getting to see them afterwards and doing meet and greet. Like, that literally, I still can't even believe that happened.
I don't even think it happened.
Yeah.
Like, I still am like, wait.
Even seeing our meet and greet picture, I'm like...
It looks fake, doesn't it?
Yes, it looks fake! It looks like we, like, didn't, like...
It looks like we photoshopped, them into the bag.
Exactly.
And, like, we clipped their picture from somewhere else.
Yeah. Literally, God was on our side.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if we were in front of Choice or Primary, or if we would have been in that front row, I probably would have been a little bit nervous. Like, man, we didn't get to see them.
Because the people that were in the front row literally just left out as soon as we left out. They didn't even get a chance to, like, maybe say hey or shake a hand or even creep in a hug, like, do whatever. They literally got off right when we got off.
Yeah, and I feel like the only reason why we had such a good experience at meet and greet was literally pure luck. Because there's no other way. If we weren't numbers 2 and 3, that's it.
That was it.
But it just so happened that everything just worked. That's how y'all know God is real, because he was just like
real MVP.
Exactly. After meet and greet, we were literally like exhausted. I feel like that was like the last thing,
the last bit of energy in us.
Exactly, because the ending, me just touching on Crust was enough for me. So then going and seeing him again,
like walking out of that room, I could have
passed out right then and there. Like the Talk girls were there. They were like, "What?" We were like,
I was like, "Do you feel this?"
I was like, "I don't even know," but we were gonna stay, but they had changed DJs. The music turned to like
it's swag.
Yeah. And then I wanted my drink, but I didn't even get my drink. I was like, we could just go home, because I had literally gotten more than I had ever asked for in my life.
The show was like
amazing.
It's a perfect combination of people. Perfect. Just everything was perfect. It's exactly what I expected, like the first time seeing Zion.T.
Honestly, this was probably the funnest concert I've ever been to, because like most of the time everyone was like standing up, jumping, getting their lives. Like there was no like slow point. Like everyone was kind of older and drinking, and we're talking, and we're all having a good time. Like we're meeting people in the line. People are there with like their moms, and they're turning up and things like that. And it was just like afterwards, everyone was like dancing and like having a good time, and it was just
different feel.
It was an amazing experience. Yeah. So if you went to the concert, let us know how your experience was. If we met you at the concert, we literally fell in love with everyone we met, because everyone was so happy and like, hey girl. We're so happy we got to see the Talagaga girls again. Huge shout out to Mr. Popo for initially hooking us up with the press passes. Huge shout out to you, because without you, none of that would have ever happened. Thank you so much to Music Enkor for the press passes. Thank you so much for just everything. Like literally, that was more than I could have ever asked for with any concert, anything in life ever. Like, just thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you from the bottom. Thank you.
That wasn't even your heart. Thank you from the bottom of my boob.
You know what I mean? My heart. Woo! So on that note,
we'll see
you guys another day.
Bye.